Okay, Rob, I know we're supposed to start talking Dead Space, but I'm still reeling from the fact that Kato's mother backed a Kickstarter to get them a board game
She is
accessory.
deep in the weeds. She is deep in the weeds of board game accessory Kickstarter, trying to find little treats for the baby.
The notion of my mother getting a backer email, and it's wonderful. I can only hope I can treat my children with the same level of love and respect when they get to that age. Welcome, everyone, to we're going back to 2008. Kato, in titling this stream, has taken us back to roughly that same time with the double Dead Space, double Rainbow joke. Timely stuff to shoot us to the top of the Twitch algorithm with these memes from way back when. But Dead Space 2023 is out as of this morning. Rob and I wrote a piece. Has headline is something along the lines of Dead Space is back and Dead Space still kicks ass, which is true. And to celebrate Dead Space being back and Dead Space kicking ass, we have loaded up two versions of Dead Space in the so in the big screen, in the big box, we have me playing the 2008 PC version of Dead Space, a celebrated port of the acclaimed modern classic.
My first
In
Dead
the
Space, in point of fact.
your first, yeah. Go read an excellent retrospective on Dead Space over at The Ringer, in which Rob is quoted and also describes the setup they have for their first experience with Dead Space. Do you want to see Rob be described in terms that we talk about Rob, but in like a really good profile? It's Rob, you got a lapdog shout out into
No,
a Ringer profile of this
it's
game.
like one of those things. I talked to Lewis for 10 minutes, and somehow the most intact part of this is the description of the lapdog.
It's truly embarrassing, and it delighted me as I read that this morning over coffee. So the way, Kato, do you want to show the people the other version of this setup that we have that gets a little more equitable real estate to these two games? Whoa, I'm over here now. So this is a version of this. Well, Rob, you work on that while I explain the shot. This is a version of it where you get a little more real estate for each version of the game. We are not going to play them simultaneously. The idea we have is that we might look a little bit, we're going to go back to the other setup and have one version of it play out. We're going to do the intro for both games. And then I think kind of go section by section. And maybe there are moments where we want these to be running simultaneously so we can get a sense of how a scene is playing out. We'll do our best to sync it up to the best degree that we can. And maybe more that we are like, hey, we're in a room, let's look around this room, than it is trying to line up cutscenes. We'll leave that to Digital Foundry and the various artists on YouTube. But I guess let's get started. Rob, should we start with the old or the new? I feel like we should start with the original intro and then do the new one, unless do you feel strongly otherwise? Yeah.
I think one of the things that really caught me off guard was playing the remake. I was like, Dead Space was basically like this, and then going back and watching some original Dead Space and catching the differences, because I do think if you're pure on this, if you know Dead Space but you haven't looked much at you're not playing the remake yet, I suspect you may have the experience that Patrick and I think we both did. We were like, this is pretty 1-to-1, and you might be surprised.
All right, well, Kato, take us back to the other layout, and for the audience, boost in Rob's. So we're going to switch over to Rob's 2023 in the main screen.
Wait, I left this on stereo, Kato. Sorry, I'm just going to unmute this so I can listen to the surround sound. No, I'm not.
I'm going to at times I'm going to have to tab out so I can hear Rob's version of the game, which is going to. You'll see the gameplay on my screen pause for a second because Windows doesn't want me to tab out. And that's the only way I can mute this game. Where are you, Dead Space? There you are. Okay. All right, I'm gonna go back in. Okay.
Now you have to
Let's
imagine it
jump
without
in.
a lot of Twitch compression.
That's true. It is a dark video game. Loving Patrick's not a believer in borderless windowed. That's not an option in this version of the game. You have to remember what 2008 PC ports were like, which is that you were thankful they existed, and you had gratitude that an executable ran on your PC, and you didn't have any complaints about the options in the graphics menu.
I wish I could talk to you. I'm sorry. I'm sorry about everything. I just wish I could talk to someone. It's all falling apart here. I can't believe what's happening. Strange. Such a little thing.
That's her. Nicole?
Yeah. First deferred from her in weeks.
We're 5 minutes out. You still got that thing on repeat?
I'm already noticing a big change that
Ishimer is not a job
he
to
has
turn
his
down,
face,
but
his
6
mask
months
off
apart with only
to
fist
start.
calls. It's rough.
You don't see my
Easy to
man's
say the wrong
face
thing.
in
I don't
the
blame
original intro.
you. I'd listen to my girlfriend over Hammond reciting security protocols.
Forewarned is forearmed, Miss Daniels.
So you keep saying,
Here we go. Nice clean re-entry. Did you just
Oh, he always had it off here? Okay, I thought he had the helmet on.
Imagine
Chat is
6
correct
months
to me.
staring at that chunk of rock.
To an independent miner, that's paradise. Aegis 7 is one of the richest finds in CEC history. Some prospecting team set up for life. Now where is she?
There. Confirming visual contact with USG Ishimura.
What a beauty. Biggest planet cracker in her class.
Well, you can see the tethers.
And it looks like they already popped the cork.
Why is it so dark?
Planet Cracker is just
Should be
a
able to
good
see a running
phrase. I know it's bad. It implies a lot of terrible things about space capitalism, but I'm
Be careful on
sorry.
the approach.
It's a sick phrase that makes me smile every time Planet Cracker is said.
is that why you were digging into my personnel files before we left?
You track your file access?
I'm a computer analyst. Comes with the job.
I ran standard CEC background checks, Miss Daniels. If you want to work in the big leagues, you have to play ball.
Sir, we're in hailing range. USG Ishimura, this is the emergency maintenance team of the USG Kellyan responding to your distress call. Come in, Ishimura.
Do we ever get access to the distress call? Is that like a plot point in Dead Space? Because I'm curious, what exactly is the nature of the distress call? Just like, hey,
Someone picked up the damn phone.
hey, like the timing belt on our space engine needs to be replaced.
The hell is that?
Something to think about.
Sounds like
So with like
communication
long-range
array is
communication,
busted.
like bandwidth
Yeah,
becomes an
broken
issue
the code.
again, and so I
Sure.
can imagine like
48 hours max.
interstellar communication being real in information, almost like Morse code.
I hope so.
Or you just get a ping that's like, hey,
Yeah.
a raising of the hand, like we're heralding for help. That makes sense.
Docking.
But then, of course, Isaac's girlfriend was able to send him a little vlog. Hey, babe.
Well, they said it took 6 months, right? So
Yeah.
I wonder if the,
Yeah.
the question there is like if it's a larger video file, it's a you know, a speed issue.
That emergency stabilizer. There, the blue light. It might slow us down. Got it. Drop the flash shield. Everyone brace yourself.
Isaac played a crucial role in landing the ship safely in this version.
Well, there's very much Dead Space has sort of a presumed intelligence, or one that you sort of learn about as the game goes along, and it's like, oh, he's an engineer, so I guess he can do these things. But you're right, they give a little more characterization to it here.
It's broken.
Shit. But better than a broken neck. Or worse. Good call on the stabilizer, Isaac.
That always
We're really glad you're here
What the
and
fuck's
speaking.
going on with flight control? That guidance system's a death trap.
Better add it to your repair list. Jen, what's our damage?
Comms are down. We lost a port booster. Got a fire in one of the stabilizers and singularity core's a mess. Could be worse, but not by
Did you see this game has real-time content warnings
Stay with the Kellyan. We'll
that
send
you
them
can
back.
flip on in the
Everyone else,
accessibility menu?
with me.
Like before, like, you know, the game's numerous sort of like traumatic events of like kind of like
Right.
scripted characters doing it, like the you know, the infamous character banging their head against a wall. Like the game gives you a heads up about that in advance in the UI, which is just extremely cool.
Sorry, I'm just reading
Got
signs.
something?
How's the ankle?
Hurts like hell. But I've had worse. You go on. I'll get it
All right, I'm
strapped.
gonna moonwalk away.
Is this how your Isaac walks?
We came down hard.
Why are we doing this? Is this what you did when you played this by yourself? All right, should we pause here and
Where's everybody? Half the ship
Yeah.
must have heard that.
watch my intro? Okay.
All right, let's flip.
Yeah, let me bring my audio back. Okay, so this is the intro to the 2008 Dead Space. If you ask me if I did the mouse fix or the other things that fans have done to make this port better, I have not. I made sure I left it on for 20 minutes and made sure it ran and I could shoot a necromorph. So whatever goofiness doesn't work well in this version will be fine for the purposes of this stream. But there is a bunch of fan stuff that I think can add borderless display support and some other things. But for our purposes, this should work fine. This is the PC version of Dead Space. Rob is running the PS5 version of Dead Space through a capture card.
Really different presentation.
Mm-hmm.
Isaac, it's me. I wish I could talk to you. I'm sorry. I'm sorry about everything.
This is also equally distressing. This is more distressing,
This is
Rob.
worse.
Oh, it's all falling apart here. I can't believe what's happening. It's strange. Such a little thing.
Yeah, that's bad.
You watch that thing. Guess you really miss her. Don't worry, we're almost there.
Was that sarcastic? Oh. Hey, Isaac. Guess you really miss her.
Hey.
You pussy.
All right, everyone,
Her
wait.
hair.
Sinking our orbit now.
Well, that's,
Video
that's-
game
that's-
hair has
that-
changed a lot.
Yeah. Yeah.
Deep space mining is a lucrative business, Ms. Daniels. Aegis 7 is a gold mine according to prospectors' reports. Cobalt, silicon, osmium. Now, where is she? There she is. We have visual contact.
So that's Ishimura. Impressive.
The USG Ishimura. Biggest planet cracker in her class.
I'm sorry, I cannot. The game will not let me look at his face. I don't know if they modeled the
Why is it all
face.
dark? I don't see any running lights.
Corporal, take us in closer. in the
This is
elevator.
all I can do.
And stay clear of that debris field. We're here to fix their ship, not the other way around.
USG Ishimura, this is the emergency maintenance team of the USG Kellyan responding to your distress call. Come in, Ishimura.
You're gonna need to boost
I will say, is
your
the
graphic power
footage
as
that
well.
you linked me to, Rob, when we were doing our write-up on Dead Space, I believe that was from the either the 360 or
Never heard
PS3
of
versions
total
of this
communication
game.
like
so.
on one of these
And
things.
and
You'd think with
you know,
1,000
it is the
people
nature of the
employed, someone would pick
PC
up the phone.
that even if you gotta hobble it together to get the executable to run, it is always going to make an older game look nicer than a console is going to.
It's a busted
Yeah.
array like we thought. Sounds like they're
Like
having
this game
problems
looks
with their encoder.
awfully great.
You get us down there and
2008 is not that long ago,
48
but
hours max.
compared to an OG Xbox
All right,
360, it's a
Take us
little
in.
bit
Let's see
different.
what needs fixing.
Gravity tethers engaged. Automatic.
I will say playing it on like the Series X feels really good.
Sure.
What the hell?
Sir, the auto dock.
What is it?
We're off track. We're gonna hit the hull.
Hit the blast shields. Their guidance tether's damaged. Switch to manual.
Isaac taking all of this very gracefully and calmly. Just no reaction whatsoever, looking around. This has strong I'm at Disneyland on a ride vibes. Welcome to Dead Space, the ride.
Isaac spends the entire game just popping out of him.
Is everyone okay?
What? What the hell were you thinking? Were you trying to get us killed?
I just saved our asses, Miss Daniels. If we had aborted at that speed and distance, we'd have smashed...
Oh, so
right into
he
the
gets...
side
He's the one that does the
Settle down.
maneuver
Let's get to work.
in this one.
Corporal, report.
I'm not getting any readings from the port booster.
Let me show his face.
Comms and
No,
autopilot.
nothing.
It'll take some time to
All right.
fix.
Let's get some extra hands from flight deck to help out.
Oh, that hair is doing some fun stuff.
Still, Isaac. I'm syncing up everyone's rig with the ship. Okay, we're done. Clean bill of health for everyone.
Okay, she's the one that sinks you
We've still got a
in the
job.
old one. In the original, in the new one, that happens when you sort of sync up with the ship at a door. We're gonna see that moment happen for Rob in a moment. Oh, people are saying I had a brief moment to rotate around and see his face. I appear to have missed that moment. I apologize.
Also, there's no cool, like, Ishimura, like, legend over the exits to the hangar bay.
I'm sorry, I forgot. If we're trying to replicate the experience, this is what I'm supposed to do, right, Rob?
No, nothing on the displays.
Oh, sorry.
Moonwalking looks good.
Okay, let me line it back up. Is it like roughly right here?
Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
Beautiful.
That's the stuff.
Beautiful.
Oh, that's the stuff. Oh, that's the stuff. All right, should I continue from here, or should we swap back to
continue.
you?
Lose power to the port
Okay.
booster. You lost the port booster. Unbelievable.
Wait, was she blaming me for what just occurred?
No, I think she was thinking out loud.
Oh, there it is.
Oh.
We got our signage.
Just laid out differently.
Guess the power's down everywhere. Isaac, get over here and hack the door pad.
Now, why should Isaac be able to hack the door pad? He's an engineer, not a computer scientist.
This is like when
One thing
kids
that
like would use Netscape and said they were hacking into websites.
When you look at a source code, it's like, oh man,
Yeah.
I'm hacking the web. Well, one thing that I think is different is the game is gamey immediately. Like, look at these glowing things that you're going to be able to stomp Isaac. But you can't do it. The game has not flipped on
Everyone was trying to pack
those
in a
abilities
hurry.
yet.
There should be a security detail in here.
Yeah? Well, there's not. There's nobody.
Yeah, look around the room a bit.
Can't pick up any broadcasts.
Just like the entire intake desk behind to your left, like with the
Isaac, log
like
in.
airport displays.
Kendra, get that elevator back online.
So that's going to be really different in this new
I
version.
can't.
Then reroute the damn power. Look, if we all cooperate, we can figure this out a lot sooner.
Potato Nut, do they explain why Isaac is the only one with a helmet? It's, never really thought. I guess the engineer part, but
Yeah, it's like a welding mask, but yeah, like there's 3 people with
Also-
guns, so they're ready for some trouble.
Rob, this is something we're gonna have to do because people have already identified this, and I was picking up on it as well. We can't do this comparison quite yet, but I want to do a slouch comparison because this Isaac, he's got a bit of a kind of a hunker to him.
Like you slipped the disc and can't quite straighten out. Yep. Oh, excuse me. Just pour myself a new coffee, but I think it needs a little stroop waffle.
Also, people are pointing out, have they cheeked him up? I don't know. We'll also have to do a side-by-side on that.
Where did that come from, Rob?
No comment on
I
the
have-
blood.
I have a little stroop waffle pocket on this sweater. Yeah.
Huh. That doesn't look good. She's taken a lot of damage.
The tram system's offline. Getting around's gonna be difficult.
Kato.
The air seems to be flowing again. That's a start.
Kato, are you there?
What the hell was that?
Automatic quarantine must have tripped
Rob,
the
can you
filtration
at
system restarted.
Kato?
No, Kato said they fixed
Oh,
it.
I'm unmuted. Okay, all right. So I can't see any of the messages.
Not sure.
I have a theory.
What the hell?
Kato sounded like they may have been having a little nibble, and maybe whiffed on who they were muting. Oh no, porn stash guy got killed.
Come on.
Don't you mean Gene?
The door's unlocked. Run! Run, Isaac! Get the hell out of there!
Do not even think about trying to get from here, Nina. No. Hun, can you bring her around the other way? I swear to God, do not try to make it. Hi, yeah, we're not... No, you're not going to try to go through the tripod.
Oh wait, I when I was checking
Alright,
out
this
to
seems
make
like
sure.
a good place to leave it.
Well, hold on. Let me kill the first necromorph, and
Right.
I think that'll be a good spot to stop. And I want you to pay attention to something that's very interesting about this version of the game when I pick this up. Shoot the limbs off enemies for extra damage. Like, just right off the bat is the game's internal UI being like, hey, by the way. They also reverse what button is to punch and what button is to stomp in this version. So in this one, it's, you know, like R1 to stomp, R2 to swing, and I believe it is reversed in the new game. Alright, here we go. Let's stomp those Xboxes. Line up that shot. Well, he went out with like a punch.
Well, you just shot the shit out of them.
I feel like that's a
didn't
little
cut
more
off
dangerous. Oh, wait for Rob. One thing that I really appreciate.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that head. One thing I really appreciate in the new one and in this one is you see this body and you think to yourself, wow, look at the physics on this head. Look at that boy go. Look at that head go. Keep going, look. Keep going. Keep going. I don't know how the physics are modeled on you. Is you look at this body of like this poor crew member. It's like, well, I wonder, will it work on them too? And you can just... Oh, wait! Oh, yeah, no, you can do it. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, there it goes.
You just had to really...
They just let you do it. They just let you do it. It's the best.
to put Isaac's bad back into it.
All right, I think that's a good spot to pause. Rob, let's take it back over to you and watch this sequence in the new game.
Be proud, Chad. You gotta see her One Piece.
Johnson might disagree, but you're off in about the first round.
I wouldn't mind something to study my nerves, especially on CEC's tab.
See anyone in play control?
I also should point out that Rob is playing on quality mode on the PS5, which Rob, you converted me to. I switched to it last night, and look, I'm frame rate pilled this generation, but it is 100%. The game plays exceptionally well, and also I should point out is not locked to 30. It is not hard locked at 30.
Oh.
The game actually has some wiggle room. So like sequences where you're like in a hallway, that game's the frame rate seems to bump up closer to 45, 50, and even hovering towards 60 at times, but never goes below 30. It's really good. Rob, can you check out his ass?
Not really.
We'll do it the other way. Look. Yeah. All right. All right. We'll take a close. We'll do a side by side.
Isaac, come sync your rig.
Welcome, Isaac Clarke, to the USG Ishimura.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a slicker way of doing that.
Kinesis and stasis modules from Acting Chief Engineer Jacob Temple. Location? Error. Employee not found.
I can't reach security.
Same for the chief engineer. What is wrong with their comms?
Like, that's a better opening for what went wrong here. That lays the groundwork before, you know, blood on the ground and alien with fucked up arms. Yeah, there's a lot more visual.
So many more light sources.
Yeah.
Someone left in a hurry.
Details, models.
I mean, even just the way, like, the TVs are bouncing light off the ceiling and then, like, radiating downwards. It's just a lot of really cool stuff.
Logged. No duty roster, no power to the elevator.
For God's sake. That security console's still working. Isaac, get a damage report. I'm done playing around.
Sorry, Chief. Gotta read this text log first. Okay, this is just,
Does anyone else smell that?
Yeah, the marketing materials.
Something died in the air vents. Oh.
I don't know if it's in the new one, but in the old one, or no, in the new one, I don't know if it's in the old one. There's like all this stuff there's like stuff on the walls about like relaxation and clearly dealing with people's mental health out in
dealing
space.
with depression on this fucking ship.
And there was one phrase that I don't know if we'll get to, and I can't remember, but it's almost like it's Terra something where like you miss the planet. Oh, I should have written it down, but it was a really good unsettling phrase for people who basically miss being.
I know it was like
Terra displacement.
Like yes.
Terra displacement, I think, was the phrase, and it's such a good term.
Try that security console.
Oh God, that smell.
What have you got?
I like how the smell is only bothering Chen.
Comms with the guidance system. Half the Ishimura's in the red. Engines, hull, the trams.
Could do that kind of damage to a planet cracker.
Hero 001 points out Porn Stash Guy doesn't even exist here. They removed the character.
Anomaly detected. Quarantine activated.
Another malfunction?
No. The quarantine systems are all fine.
Oh, wait. Do you hear that?
Yeah. Yeah, I hear it.
Yeah, man?
Take it easy. Daniels, get those elevators running.
There's something in here with us.
Like, the staging of that is awesome. Shooting into the vents. Rob wasting no time. In this version, the door is open. In my version, the door is closed and you have to open it. And when you open it, the necromorph catches up to you. And the game's scripting makes it so they can't attack you, and it just sort of like idles around in that area confusingly. So in this version of the game, they do a tweak to the staging of that particular scene in order for it to feel more realistic and viable, which is pretty cool.
Now, disappointingly, this guy says, please, I'm all over the deck. He is not all over the deck. That line prepares you for something pretty gnarly. The game doesn't deliver. Only an engineer could have done this.
This is such a cool way to introduce this weapon, though. They have some really good musical stingers for the weapons. Okay, that's in the same spot. They did change the color from green to blue. Rob is starting with a shot out vertical.
Whoa, back off.
Rob, do you change the direction of your shots?
What do you mean?
That? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Like when I shoot the legs, I usually do it. I just wonder if your strategy was different. Yeah.
Well, my theory, I don't know if it makes a difference. My theory is, the leg is vertically oriented, so hitting it with 3 beams is better than 1. Though it does feel like doing it horizontally would sever it more neatly, but the thing soaks up a lot of shots before you get through the tissue. Whoa.
All right. Kato, can you bring us into the biggest duel layout? Because now we're in the exact same spot.
Now you're all over the deck.
Rob, let's stomp together. Just let's have a little stomping party. Dun, 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 dun.
Man, these boots are indestructible.
What other Twitch stream is gonna give you this? I ask of you.
At a certain point, there's gonna be no more head, right? I can get this head.
I think the head sticks around, unfortunately. Well, maybe in your version you can get rid of it. I have reached the extent of my.
Yeah, I think I'm just like applying decals to it.
Rob, again, we're asking once again, why can't there be licensed power wash simulator stuff? Get me on board the Ishimura to clean it up. Okay, we've already diverted in terms of staging.
Yeah?
I don't have that ammo, Rob. Where's my ammo?
Didn't I have like 5 difficulty choices and you had like 3?
Yeah, that makes sense. So that's like a pretty normal. All right, tram control. Yeah, this is right. Just a random.
Everybody listen up. They're using the vents. That's how they're getting around the ship. Stay away from down. Get back.
Wait, did I miss that audio log? No idea.
Well, whose audio is piping in right now? Probably yours, right? I don't know what the audience is hearing.
Isaac. Oh my God, Isaac. You made it.
Just the river.
Isaac!
Gone.
Isaac!
Nothing I can do. What the fuck are these things?
Oh, Kato, could you mute one of our games so that people are only let's keep it to Rob's audio.
Look at them.
We need to get to the bridge. There's 1,000 people on board. Someone will be there.
We can't. The tram system's wrecked. Everything's locked down because of the quarantine.
And you're both repair techs. So how do we do this?
Can you look at the hologram from behind, Patrick? Where it flips?
There's a broken tram car blocking the tunnel.
Yes, it does flip.
System.
Cool.
And the data board's burned out. I can't lift the lockdown or call the tram until we get a spare from the maintenance bay. But it's all on Isaac's side of the quarantine.
I'll handle it. Just make sure there's power to the repair systems.
And Isaac?
Yeah?
I'm sure Nicole's okay. She's the doctor, right? She'll do the smart thing.
Yeah. Yeah, she always does. Find somewhere safe. I'll be back soon.
Oh, our audio's ended at the same time. Oh, so one of the big changes is how the map system works. So if you pull up your map, so you have to tab over to it. Yours is 2D. This one is a much more confusing three-dimensional layout. This is so much worse. It makes sense for what they're going. I understand how you arrive here, but you know, one of the things that I remember praising a lot about the Resident Evil 2 remake, I think Austin pointing this out, was like it's so satisfying to be able to clear a room and know when it's devoid of items. I don't think they do that here, but it is similar, way more similar in terms of aesthetic and design. Now, granted, I do think this map looks sick as shit. And I will say, like,
in more complicated parts of the ship where you've got like lots of tiers, this gets pretty cumbersome. You know what I mean? Like,
yes.
There's a point in the ship where you've got 6 floors you're choosing from, and each one effectively is a different stairway landing.
The problem is, all I can do is blame Dead Space for the horrible 3D map that was in, what was that, Jedi, what was the Respawn Jedi game?
Fallen Order.
That one had Fallen Order has one of the all-time worst maps in a video game. And, I hated it so much. And it's basically like a direct evolution of what we're seeing here. All right, you let me know when you're ready to proceed to the next room to head towards the.
Yeah, I'm gonna hit the save station real quick.
You don't. Yeah, new save slot. Don't. Last night I made it up to the. Like I have to manually turn on the engines or whatever, and I'm going through the goop area. I'm in the goop. Alright, here we go. Alright, already different. Oh, you get your introduction to the stasis stuff a lot faster. Can I not reload in this game? Can you not reload in the Dead Space? Like, X is not doing anything. Rob! Look at my game.
Wow.
I just assumed this was part of the original game. A huge part of New Dead Space is walking up to a fan, punching it, stasising the sharp fan that drops and using that as a weapon. That is just not present here. Can I shoot it? You have to shoot it. Interesting. Is there a reload button?
You not reload?
I'm looking, man. Foot stomp.
Oh, fuck. God damn it.
No. You must have to just... Oh, reload.
I can reload. Check it out.
Oh. Well, I know you can reload. There's a reload button, but it's not... It's... What is it mapped to on the controller? A reload is aim plus A. I see. So in in the new one, you just have to hit, you know, X or square, and that reloads.
Seemed to work. Go for the limbs. Dismember them. That should do the job.
Conserve ammo by dismembering enemy limbs and doing extra damage.
Alright, now I have found the equivalent stasis area.
Oh, what? That's how much more shit you gotta go through before you get to the same point?
Well, and they don't have the cool shot above where you kind of see it below and get a preview of what's happening.
Looks like that door is malfunctioning, Isaac. Try using the stasis module you just picked up.
Let me through.
Let me know if you get the weird hallucination in the hall once you go through.
Right, because that should be right here. And I think you're a little ahead of me, so maybe pick a spot to stop, and then we'll try and find some spot to highlight one of the games. Okay, Rob. So this in this one, the equivalent of what you're talking about is it just gets dark. Like the power just goes out and then comes back on. Whereas you get
like,
much
you don't get
more
blurring.
Of no blurring, no sense that Isaac might be you know,
already being subject to the weird, like,
the marker, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so I am heading to that door. Alright. The repair room? Tram repair room?
Yeah.
Perfect. Oh, it's our first puzzle area.
Okay, why don't,
Your stasis module should be...
I'll pause here. Kyle, why don't we go over to Rob's version of the game, and then I'll take a look at the same section after he makes his way through it.
Just start moving.
I will keep this.
Message retrieved.
Vents into engineering. You got a stasis module handy? We need one in tram maintenance stat. The autoloader's fried. I got a damaged tram car on the tracks, and if the whole system's gridlocked, guess who they're calling? Temple here, sending a stasis module now. What happened to the autoloader? No idea.
Temple was the guy you were supposed to meet up with, right? I believe that's what the ship said.
Yeah.
The body couldn't be found.
Down in the gears where no one could be. You know? I know.
I'm curious if the audio log you get is going to be the same, because I feel like this foreground's a lot more... The people on the ship are, like, haunted by, like, more traumatic memories, like, feeling of doom type stuff.
Mm-hmm. Well, and the what's happening on the ship is very subtle, right? Like, there's talk of... Like, did you hear, like, weird noises while you were repairing, you know, this... Like, it is not as though... Suddenly, the Ishimura was just overwhelmed by creatures. It was a much more psychological, subtle, over time process. I actually think that's where a lot of the kind of voice memos and other things gesture in that direction, do a lot of that world building, and I'm with you. I don't know how much of that is additive or recontextualized or entirely absent in the original. God, I am going to, as soon as this stream is over, I am going to email the PR people on this game and ask about the fans, though. That, like, very specific little tweak is one that I have to know about.
Repair systems online. Loading system reinitialized. Warning. Autoloader malfunction. Please contact a repair technician.
Don't need a technician, we got Rob Zachney. the cosmic flaw. It sounds like Patrick is a big fan of that change. I am. It's so much fun to walk around the new Dead Space. Rob, do it for him. Show the people what I love. All right, he's gonna do one of these arms.
Back off.
Rob, I'm sure you're doing fine playing this game, but I would encourage you to do the horizontal on the legs. I don't think it's you're doing a more DPS. I think you're just making your shots harder.
Fair enough.
Let me defend another one of my hornies.
Alright. We got a little puzzle.
Moving on tram car.
The autoloader's busted, but stasis should do the trick. Just gotta time it.
Great. But hurry. Okay?
Oh no! Yes, stay away!
Oh, you got another one. You got one behind you, Rob!
Classic Dead Space.
Stomp their asses.
Oh, good thing that guy was carrying a large med pack.
I mean, yes, that's funny, but it's such an elegant way for the game to handle player experience. And specifically, yes, this game already has tons of items that litter the game world that are specifically put down by the designers. But the fact that the game is able to give you little things in real time that are separate from what they're making assumptions about player behavior and combat encounters is just...
Oh no, there's more.
Meta-Ascension, bad guys dropping loot is a uniquely elegant thing. In a horror game like this, yes. Because what's important is that every single enemy drops loot.
Oh,
it is not randomized. The loot itself is randomized, but not the fact that the loot exists.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
You're getting a lot of tasty bad guys, Rob. I don't remember fighting this many.
You got it.
Oh, it's because you activated it. Okay, I'm sorry. I thought you had not completed the puzzle yet.
You said the data board was fried too?
Inventory says there's a spare board in the maintenance bay. We can't run the trams without it.
When are you going to open up? Oh, much later, I guess.
Should I do this sequence?
Yes.
All right, let me know when you get to your... All right. I mean, the first thing that feels so dreadfully obvious is just the lighting, right? I mean, you and I talked about this on Waypoint Radio, which is in people's feeds now. I saw the push go through. Shout out Staccato for getting all that done and setting this up. But just, I mean, look at the way even just this little sequence looks. It's really bright.
Yeah. It's also funny, like...
Oh, yeah.
Did I get a power node?
Are you jealous of my power node?
Yes!
Hey, Rob, there's no door over here.
What?
So one thing that's a big difference between... Oh, here's the...
Get it back to the repair depot, but now the autoloader is fried. I need a stasis module brought down.
Is this a little more Jersey in this one?
Hey, Mac.
Hey!
I need a stasis module.
Oh, hey, did that piece of shit get a power node? I didn't get a power node.
Whereas the version I get is like, hey, I need a power module. Also, you have a feeling of impending doom. question, are you really sad being on the ship? And the other guy's like, yeah, I am. I think Patrick guys are easier.
I think so too. Yes. They go down a lot faster in this version.
I'm curious, are these fuckers gonna come leaping through the air at you? Because I was sure taken aback by that. The dude just like coming off the ramp like he's jumping off a turnbuckle.
Oh, they don't the first one not connect?
It's the stasis part of the puzzle, so you can hit the big button in the center.
Yeah,
these are more saying shit.
Yeah. Also, what is my inventory? No, hey, I just have a shitload of health. I'm just getting way more health right off the bat. So it seems like the difficulty might be tuned differently in this one, where the base medium difficulty is.
What if it's also partly like back in 2008, they're like, no one's ever seen a game like this. We gotta really give it to them by the teaspoon.
Isaac, you did it.
I don't think you're totally
The
off
tram
base
is
there.
blocking the whole system. When you get the computer online, you'll be able to call the tram from the control room. Faster the better. I can hear something crawling around out there.
Oh man, I'm a fool. I should have been using the stasis module right and left because they get that little auto charger on the wall.
Yeah. One of the big changes between this one and the new game is that this is more level based, and that is no more exemplified than the tram that is taking you from one area to the next. You can travel between areas, but they are not. The ship is not interconnected. And in the new Dead Space, part of the reason I imagine there's a door there is because they are actually interlocking the ship. There are times where you will unlock a door and you're like, oh, this is where this part like connected to this area. Especially because the new one also has a lot more like they're called security doors, where it's like this is like security level 1, 2, and it's reasons to like go back through areas.
Once you have the path
right,
open, you can like walk from medical to like the starting area, like through a like a system of like maintenance tunnels.
All right, we'll walk forward in tandem for a little while.
Taking a little hit off the save station.
Ooh, delicious.
Man, things would have gone so differently if the crew of the Ishimura had learned how to use these.
What's happening to them?
Amazing.
I don't know, Rob. Are video games better? I don't know. That might have just been a real big.
Nothing has replaced like Havoc physics style like. People just doing the worm as corpses.
Did Havoc eventually get acquired? Did EA acquire them?
I don't know.
Or are they still a licensee? mean, they were in everything. Like, every game you would boot up for years.
Oh, we come back.
Yeah, so that you're seeing one of these security doors, which is your reason to come back. And one of the other differences between these two games is the presence of an AI director. So when Rob comes back for that, when they have a level 1 security clearance, new enemies will spawn in. You'll get more encounters, which I don't think is the case in this original one, in which everything is pretty static and designed and scripted. Intel bought Havoc. Okay, I guess that makes sense. Intel bought Havoc in 07, then Microsoft bought them in 15. They bought them off Intel? Interesting. Huh.
Where are you?
In the same... Well, there's an elevator in the door that I went through in the same spot that you're in. Oh, I just went through the cargo bay.
Okay.
All right, I'll pause and see if we come out in the same spot.
All right, so here's that little where that jump scare was, that little tunnel.
Yeah,
the little
none of that's
running past.
Yeah, none of that is present in mine. Yeah, so you have this. You have a little. Yep.
Hey, I'm playing with the new Sony DualSense Edge, so I'm a little off on my aim because I feel so different. If I were playing with the vanilla DualSense, I'd just be wrecking these fools like 2 shots, 1 kill. You know,
you're just too powerful.
I'm just so like this thing is so different. Yeah, it's that. So wait, did you not get a whole little like puzzle here?
No. The way they exist in slow motion is so much goofier in this one. Like, it's just way more about them sort of like going like, I think
it
you're
sure
about to
sounds
the
like
same
they're
look.
in the fucking room with me.
They do a lot of that stuff with the sound design.
Oh, finally!
I believe this section. I'm pretty sure this section exists in your game, so I'm gonna hang out here and see if you enter into a room that looks like this.
Hey, what's this?
Rob, It's Humanity is wondering, or no, Gloob is wondering, is the new controller also preventing Rob from healing as well?
All right,
Rob, I have a question. So we're playing this on PlayStation. How many times have you gone into the UI to access the menu, quit out of the UI hitting circle, but then mashing circle?
I already had to reload.
And then
yes. I already burned a stasis module because of that, and that's where I pretended to be demonstrating the fact that I could reload at any time feature, but really I just didn't want to take that L. Didn't want to hold that.
Yeah, there's an item used attached to the circle button, and so you'll come out of the UI, and you got to be careful because you can go ahead and just churn through some stuff. Dr. Spaceman 707. So there are more puzzles now, but are the puzzles good? They're unobtrusive, and frankly, a lot of by puzzles, it is move around the electricity options Yeah, it's a circuit breaker stuff. It's really unobtrusive. It's not a big deal.
I'm just really annoyed that the little circuits aren't drawn out with RGB lighting. I think that would really that would be a modern update. The interior of the Ishimura looks like a gaming PC.
Yeah, well, Razer would have needed to sponsor this Planet Cracker brought to you by Razer. All right, here you are. Look at this. Like, look at the difference between the lighting on these scenes.
Yeah,
yours is like
incredible.
way further up. I mean,
and
the shot
backlit.
The shot that you have reminds me so much of the amazing kill scene in the original Alien, where the water is. I forget the character's name.
Harry Dean Stanton. Yeah.
Yes. It almost feels like it's
the character's name.
Well, Harry Dean Stanton was the rare actor that didn't play characters. He always just had to be Harry Dean Stanton in all the films that he starred in. But I can't help but look at the actual staging of this as trying to evoke 100% that scene. Maybe that's just I've watched Alien 100 times and will look for any comparison. But boy, with the water dripping and the metal, like it just seems like it is one right out of there. All right, continue forth into your scene. Rob, it is wild how much more this feels like an arcade game.
Yeah? Does like Isaac feel nimbler?
No, I just mean like the way that the enemies are very light and are blown away with very little pushback. They don't feel like bullet sponges in the new one, but it feels as though there's a weight to them. They are strong.
They require some putting down.
They require some putting down, and that is not the case here, which I think speaks to your observation that maybe it's like, hey, people aren't gonna be able to handle something like this. Like look, like the amount of Rob, I have so much health, I'm drowning in health. And one thing I noticed in the new one was that I was using my health pretty frequently. Like the enemies were attacking me quite a bit. I've never been snuck up on. In this old one, I believe you've probably been snuck on 3 or 4 times now. Regularly getting enemies coming at you from behind. And it's not even to suggest that this is a bad game. Like, Dead Space is one of my all-time favorite games. It's just so interesting to see how you approach the exact same base of a game with 15 years of knowledge and history behind it.
Yeah, they're like, I do appreciate these. Do feel like distinct products, distinct works.
Yes.
In ways that are not entirely about like, oh, it's just a new like. They can do more with the graphics. Like there are different choices being made about like how this is going to unfold, how it's going to feel.
Some folks were asking about the AI director stuff. So like the clearest example. Here, I'll wait for Rob to kind of clear this out if you want to go to their screen. The clearest example I can give of this is a moment in which it's in like kind of the morgue section, which is still in the early-ish part of Dead Space, in which I enter into an area and I just kind of get my ass kicked. I don't die, but it's not going well. And so, as any like longtime survival horror fan will know, well, you're always min-maxing. So I was like, well, I'm just going to die. There was a save point right outside there. I'm just going to give that another go. So I I line up my sights right where the enemy's supposed to burst through a vent, and they don't burst through the vent. They come up from behind me and attack me. No one even ever comes out of that vent, because the game is able to dynamically do different encounters not just when you are going back through old spaces, but when you are dying and going through the exact loop. All right, Kato, cut us back. We're back to the same section. So it actually fights against tendencies I have as a survival horror player, in which I will just accept worse outcomes in a fight, because it doesn't make much sense for me to even redo it, because I can't guarantee that I will use the knowledge from the previous fight to gain any sort of meaningful... Oh, fuck, Rob, I got a question. Can you test this out for me the next time you get an object? What? Are the actual, like, health packs a Havoc's physics item that you can kick around? Because I just kicked a double med pack off of the edge of the...
No.
Of this... Yeah, just bonk. Like, just right off the ledge. I didn't need it, but...
Well, I feel like they probably do have to be objects you can move around a little bit, because later they're going to make a whole deal out of using the, like, grip to do
right,
stuff.
But that is different than you being able to do that with your legs by accident.
Yeah.
Another interesting change that just happened to me now, Rob, is that when you get attacked in the new one and the enemies are kind of grabbing you, that's just, you're going to take a health hit, you know, just sort of the nature of it. In this one, it's a QuickTime event, or like, you know, a mash the A button to get out of it, which I do not think is how it works in the new game.
No, there's a button mash to break
button? Is there?
Grip. Yeah, you just rarely get pinned that way. I was kind of surprised when it happened, like, pretty far into the game.
All right,
so
seven.
Patrick contends this is not a puzzle, but I think it is. Because you could, if you're like, I don't want to turn off the lights, so I will cut power to the elevators and access the maintenance room. You can do that, and then you can't progress. So you see, there's a false solution, making it.
This part is so good. I'm
gonna wait for you to turn off the lights.
Do I turn off the lights in this one?
Do you?
I don't know that the circuit breakers are even part of this. Hold on, I'm getting over to the door I need to open.
Wait, you just unlocked it.
Hell yeah, man! I sure.
I've got to do a whole thing to do it.
All right, Rob, go.
Hey,
bro, I just got another power node. Let me know when you get one.
Okay, in my version, I have to do this terrifying bullshit.
All right, Kato, let's switch over to Rob and watch this in action. Oh, this is great. You know, some people play Elden Ring and they're maidenless. Rob plays Dead Space and he's nodeless. Subscribe at waypointplus.com for more from Waypoint.
What the fuck is that wet noise? Is that me walking through the gore? Yes, it is. That sound that's like squish, squish, squish. That is Isaac's boots going over the ground where he just, like, carved up a bunch of necromorphs.
Okay, I'm gonna need you to extract what the fuck is that wet noise and add it to the Rob soundboard.
It was like my best loaf in years.
And then if you played that next to what the fuck is that wet noise? Oh my god. 420X Hanzo Light 365X69. That's a Ben Shapiro quote. Damn. Damn. Got him. Got him. Phoenix Fox, are there still doors that require power nodes to open? Was that a thing in the original Dead Space? That is not a thing in the new Dead Space. At least in the, you know, what, 4.5 hours that Rob and I have played?
Oh, shit.
You're the first?
Fuck me.
Oh, Rob!
Did you see how that one moved?
Yeah, that was some Crimson Zombie shit right there.
Oh, this game is good.
I mean, it's stuff like that that helps make the encounters with, yeah, even just like look at the difference in the like the lighting in these two rooms.
I got a note too.
Rob, you got a node? Look,
Yeah.
Rob can swing it up against a fan. I can just sit here swinging against this fan. I can't do shit.
Did you
I
get
gotta
this
use
log?
a gun.
This log about like basically not inviting a buddy to poker night?
No, I did not.
So it's interesting because it's like, it's about like, can we not invite this guy? But the thing that's pointed is, I'm in, but can you not invite Pavey this time? I know he's still blaming himself for Sorosi's accident and everything, but no one wants to hear about anyone's fucking nightmares. Especially that one where he saw Sorosi up and walking around with half his head missing. And don't give me shit about it, I'm serious, it's messing with me. Last night I had one of those dreams where you wake up, you know? But my dad was sitting next to my bed talking to me. Felt so real, I kept seeing him out the corner of my eye all day. And trust me, that's one son of a bitch who needs to stay dead. But I love, like, the little hints here that, like, whatever demons people brought with them on this trip are, like, coming to life as they approach the planet. And it's coming out as, like, oh, this guy's turned into a real bummer.
The writing on that is really good. Like, that stuck out to me as, like, that is legitimately creepy. And, you know, for all, you know, notes left behind are contrived world building, if you're gonna do it, like, make the writing sing. And that is good-ass writing. Nothing in the... I mean, contrast that to the Callisto Protocol, right?
Yeah.
Where you'd pick up the exact equivalent of that, and the writing would be like, things are pretty bad, like, subject line, things are bad. Like, body of text, like, I think things are pretty bad here.
Yeah.
We should leave. And like... Oh, wow. So, okay, Rob, there's a couple things I want to show you here.
Yeah.
So, in this original, you have to there are blank nodes
Yeah.
that don't give you anything except access to other nodes. And so you have to use... I would have to use one here to move my way to a better reload, better speed.
That's why they're giving you more nodes.
In addition to the fact that they've removed using nodes to get into essentially bonus rooms. I think they've turned that, the equivalent of that in the new game are these security rooms that are gated behind level 1, level 2, level 3 access. The way it works in the new one is you will essentially find items that open up additional paths. And so if Rob never wanted to
upgrade blueprints for this weapon.
Correct. So they like open up like more of this sphere grid nonsense. But the nodes are like a much more important currency in the original game. Yeah, like even like the suit. Look, you have HP, air, size, right? And size is going to be
Size
the
is
size
about
of
the size of the stasis field. It's not
stasis.
bigger, Isaac.
Yes. Well, you can purchase inventory upgrades in the original and in the new one, but they're not happening here. But would you like to increase the size of Isaac's cheeks? Well, don't worry, they've got you here. You just have to use the node for the Big head Isaac. Just like you're committing a node and he just grows half a foot over time as you're working your way through the game.
Oh shit.
I do really recommend people check out the piece that Rob Roberts is quoted in The Ringer. It's Lewis Gordon that wrote it, correct?
Yeah.
It's a really nice retrospective on the original game with quotes from folks that worked on it, including the original art director who now works at Lucasfilm and is like really responsible for a lot of the early development on what's now known as the Volume. Works on The Mandalorian. They were the original art director on Dead Space. It's interesting listening to some of their reading some of their quotes. You know, they taught this was like very much kind of a Skunksworks project, and not one the company was all that interested in. They were sort of lying about the progress they'd made on the game by making marketing materials they were distributing inside the publisher at EA to be like, look at Dead Space, and we already got posters and things like that. And they barely had anything running when it was related to the game itself.
Oh, hell yes, there's a save point.
Wow, alright, Adam is very tired here with the direct quote. Crucially, Zachney, a journalist who cut his teeth in PC gaming, was playing not with a controller, but a keyboard and mouse plugged into the Corsair lapdog, a portable auxiliary device that comes with a 16-foot cord and enables latency-free PC gaming. Look, there is a tendency as a journalist to describe a scene. I think that might have... Lewis Gordon, you do incredible work. I'm a huge fan. That might have been too much detail about Rob's setup for a profile on Dead Space. But I'm so glad it exists.
Look, what can I say? When people learn about the lapdog, they become, like, mesmerized by the peculiar qualities of the lapdog.
Kato, I'm speaking this into the world. I'm spoiling it in case we do it. But I'm going to need you to take that quote, go to our merch website, and see if we could just sell that quote on a t-shirt.
The quote from the story or what I just said?
The story. The story. I want all of that. I want all of that on a shirt. And if we can't do it for legal reasons, well then one of you fine Waypoint community members should just prop up a website and go wild. I'll buy it from you. He's got Rob! He's got that lapdog in him. So that might be a better version of that shirt, actually.
Oh my god.
He's got that lapdog in him. Rah, rah. Yeah, you know what? All right, the quote is good, but he's got that lapdog in him is a much funnier shirt. I'm glad we could sit here and workshop this as a community. That said, I will get that quote tattooed on my chest. Can I get a fake temporary tattoo? Is that something I could get so I could show up on a Waypoint stream with that entire quote on my back, but I can wash it off in the shower at the end of the day?
Data board reinstalled. System restart complete. Maintenance complete. Calling tram.
It's clear.
Man, these windows are filthy.
Yeah.
Like they're so
everything's pretty
convincingly
transparent
filthy.
here.
Like, they look horrible. I love it. I want to squeegee them. We need power wash. We need to power wash these windows.
We're on board. Something hit the roof, but it seems operational.
Okay, Rob, that line right there spoke to something we talked about in the podcast, in our piece, was just a little lack of urgency and fear from the people involved. And the line, "There's something on the roof, but it seems operational," is, a line said with a little more calm than maybe deserves this the situation.
Yeah, I think, like, Hammond and Daniels both are a little more confrontational in the original in ways that I like and kind of miss here. Alright, gotta go back to the Kellyan. Nothing gonna go wrong here.
No.
Security request retrieved.
It didn't die. We shot that fucker right between the eyes and it didn't die. Smith had to shoot its fucking arms and legs off. For God's sake, send help!
Also, something that never gets old, they do it a lot they do it a little bit in the original Dead Space, they do it a lot in the new one, is you walk into a room and a creature walks off, just out of reach, but you can, if you're quick enough, get a shot off. They are not immune to damage, but they are sort of meant to be just out of your reach, where, like, by the time you pull up left trigger and go to hit right trigger, they're going to be gone. There's a lot more of that in the new one, and it's something that never gets old. Every time I'm like, yes, hit me, do it again.
Really enough, in this one shot, it looks like Isaac's lost a bit of resolution as I'm playing here. It's a thing I notice occasionally playing it, is like, it feels like the game is real quick, like, adjusting down resolution, just to, like, maybe maintain frame rate, and then it'll kind of, like, discreetly go away.
Yeah, I mean, that especially makes sense for, playing on quality mode.
Yeah. But, like, I only very rarely notice anything like it. Oh, man, there's some shit around this corner. Yep, there, he's doing that little runner. Did I been in here? No, I hadn't. Oh, that's... The violins are going crazy, but I gotta get my loot. Ah!
One thing I appreciate about, I think it's true in both versions, but, the game sort of, trains you to stomp on any enemy that you see. But then occasionally the game just, it's like game respect game. Hey, you shot the shit out of that thing. We're just gonna let this loot bounce out of his gooey body. Aw, poor guy. Ooh, I'm gonna greet other Isaac coming through the door. Hi, Isaac. Oh, we're in the same spot in a different timeline.
There's no survivors. Daniels is trying to get into the command computer.
All right, how about we'll watch your version play out, and then we'll switch back up over to mine. Daniel Pearl, Patrick, Bengals tight end Trey Hendrickson says he's more of a Captain Falcon guy in Smash. I hope this keeps being a thing. We need to ask everyone who their Smash mains are. For people who missed it, Bengals quarterback Joe Burrow was asked what they do to kind of loosen up on before like big stressful game days, and a lot of times guys will, they play Madden or they play Call of Duty. Joe Burrow said they play Smash, and then someone asked, who do you play? And he said, I main Ness, and then apologized. Was like, I know that none of you know what that means, but don't worry, we do, and it's sick. Yeah, Kato. Okay.
Hey, Isaac. Let's move a hand here. What are you going on? Is that blood?
Haley,
Okay.
I need you to listen.
I'm gonna send you a message.
Yoshimura's overrun with... They're fucking monsters. You didn't hear anything?
What? No, the comms are still out. Isaac.
We need the Killian fixed now. Got a damage report?
Isaac's a little pushy in this one.
It's there.
Mm-hmm.
Should have been with you.
Yeah, well, your leg's all fucked up. I'm not sure it would have worked out.
Yeah, the ankle's an issue.
Oh god. This is the weird core. Go!
Bye, Haley. Oh man, and then there's little dudes.
Nicely done, Kato.
Oh, fuck that.
Even the way the stasis effects come out in the new one it's like way more
Johnson's gone.
it's almost like a fireball coming out in the new one.
The singularity core overloaded.
Kutora, don't let them take the Brethren Moon from us, Patrick. Frankly,
No. I'm not losing.
I have complicated feelings on... I love where the mythology of this series goes by Dead Space 3. I don't think they should remake Dead Space 3. I think they should use a Dead Space 2 remake as a launching point to do something else in the series. My understanding is that when you play New Game Plus, there's some additional text files that start talking about the location of Dead Space 2. So I think we're pretty likely to get that Dead Space 2 remake in a couple of years. But as much as I like where the mythology goes in 3, I don't need to replay that game. And I'd love for this team to gain the confidence to build their own Dead Space.
Let's watch it in Patrick mode.
Bloody Stapler, Dead Space 2, Dead Space 4. That's kind of what I wanted to do. Like, use Dead Space 2 as a, 2.5. Like, use it as a way to build your own game. Oh, there's just no co-pilot.
Crawling all over the
Everything
ship.
just
There's no hailing.
Everything just blows up. Wow. Huh. All right.
This whole area just feels so much smaller in this version, too.
Well, it's interesting because even though many of the layouts are sometimes roughly, more or less exactly the same, God, the ragdolling makes them jumping seem so goofy.
Wow.
Yeah, did you see that?
Did you see? Yeah, the way killing one caused the corpse of another to just go airborne.
What the hell is happening down there? What happened to the shuttle?
That was our ride home. See him
Even when the
around.
layouts are roughly this.
Kendra.
No, Hammond! This changes everything!
Just let me think. Can you access the command computer?
It's no good. There's an executive lockdown of all primary systems. Without the captain's
she sounds so much more
authorization, I
panicked.
can't access them.
Well, where's the captain?
Here he is.
Which, fair.
Captain Benjamin Mathias. Location, med lab. Status, deceased.
What? How?
I can't access that information. Find the captain and you'll find his rig. With his authorization codes, I can crack this computer wide open.
Damn it. Isaac, I'm sending the tram back to your location. Get to the medical deck and find that rig as fast as you can.
What was that?
Oh, and they don't do the whole, like, is that Chen thing?
Yeah. No. But I will say I like the tone of the voice acting from that actress more. And that's less speaking to, like, the quality of the voice actor as much as I like that she's more panicked about, like, what the hell is going on? And everyone shut the fuck up.
Yeah, they're, like, it feels much more like Hammond is trying to keep it together. And she is getting increasingly pissed at his pretension that, like, somehow this is all under control.
Right. This is just another mission.
Yeah. Oh, now they replay the video, but now there's, like, distortion happening on it.
Mm-hmm. Bloody Stapler, man, I could go for some Dead Space 2 multiplayer. Did Dead Space 2 have multiplayer? What? I know Dead Space 3 had co-op. And in fact, like a whole co-op campaign, right? With content that you couldn't access if you were a single player, or story stuff you didn't see unless you were playing as the other character.
Oh, what's this hallway look like in your game?
Dead Space 2 had PvP and a Left 4 Dead style multiplayer? What? Oh yeah, look at that spooky hallway, Rob. Ah!
And I'm gonna because I think this might be. I'm gonna drop this down to performance mode real quick because I think you're just gonna watch this entire space, like, clear. No, they kept the fog.
Yeah, it's just a little sharper. I mean, it's worth dealing with. It's not.
Yeah.
And even dealing with it suggests that it's a problem. It just looks good.
Because I do notice, like, when I've had performance mode on in places, it's been much more, it feels like the monitors and displays that are throwing light across rooms get like, dimmed down quite a bit. They don't have that effect nearly as dramatically. Oh, sounds like things are going okay in here.
I mean, things are going great over by me, you know? No enemies. Just an enormous amount of health.
Oh, fuck off.
Get him.
That was a nightmare.
Havikas, when are we getting a Dante's Inferno remake? I'm pretty sure I beat that game. But it was a character action game. You know, give me a... I'll like play basically any one of those.
Okay. I don't know if this...
Oh, let me go look and see what the... Let me see what sort of propaganda marketing posters we have in mind. Oh, there's nowhere for me to... Yeah, there's nothing. It's just a bathroom. I do have... I can't die here. Not yet. Not like this. Eat me. They ate my boy.
Ate my boy.
Dear Altman, we are here. We are waiting. Basketball teammates wanted. Looks like some people took some of the tabs off of that.
Oh, that's cool.
Where is everybody? There is a weird noise. Shut the fuck up. Are they saying that to the weird noises?
Wait, what's the say? Fuck this ship. It's a shitty capitalist. Or what is that organization? Organization. I thought it was urbanization. And I was like, what?
In the vents, what are you willing to give up your life for? This is just like generic bar graffiti. All it's missing is call for a good time.
Yeah.
And then your friend's phone number. Johnny Hazard, bathroom praxis. Yeah, exactly. That's what we're here for. Jay Bensing 18. Clearly, if the Ishimura was unionized, none of this would have happened. Well, I mean, in a sense, Rob, the Ishimura was unionized under.
One could say a very successful unionization effort unfolded here.
The vote is unanimous. We are one. Make us whole.
Man, I'd be so pissed if I was slaughtered with a bunch of my coworkers waiting for the bus.
Oh, wow. All right, Rob, here's a big change.
Yeah.
The pulse rifle and the line gun being the very wide
Yeah.
pulse rifles.
It's on sale.
I could just buy these. They're just here. Whereas those are like the moments where you get a new weapon are kind of naturally in the environment in a spot that would make sense. It's a big deal. I'm gonna buy that level 2 suit.
Well, also, the story interface I think looks so much nicer in this version too.
Yes.
Oh right, sorry. I'm getting my DLC suits.
Oh, sorry. Is that a press access that you have there, Mr. Rob Zachney, with your bonus suits?
Maybe. Alright, so I'm gonna buy the better suit level 2.
Oh yeah, we get the. I just did it, but we so people just saw the suit upgrade animation. It's cooler in this one. There's a little hesitation on Isaac's part. He's like, oh, well,
I don't know about this.
Guess I'll strap myself into this pokey thing and hope for the best. hell yeah. That was great. Alright, I think I'm gonna buy the pulse rifle.
It's time for a little Isaac fashion show.
Ooh. Which one are you putting on?
Something called the Legacy suit. I assume it's going to be something that looks more like what you got.
Ah. That little horn section, it's good. It's good. I love that noise. Did you read the description for the one before that? Go to your left. No, the one in the middle, yeah. When your mission is to save the one you love, not even death can stop you.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, hey, dude, wait. Patrick, did they keep the Legacy suit texture resolution at the original values?
No, that can't be true.
Look at this model I'm looking at.
Okay, put it on.
Or
get out of this menu. Let me see it. Get into the. Well, there's a lot less lighting in this one. Go. Can you go into that little waiting room? There's a light in there.
Look at the helmet texture, man. Look at the mask.
Yeah, they're definitely trying to evoke it, for sure. I don't think it's exactly the same, though. But it's definitely not going... Yeah, it's closer than it's not. That's really good.
Because, like, if I put on the new suit, the current suit, when it zooms in that...
It's like a low-res, high-res situation. Bring out the sun. Do 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 do. Bring out the sun.
Ugh.
Yeah, hit me with those horns.
Yeah, and then... Wow, that's really cool. Patrick, is this like a reference to one of the other Dead Spaces? It's like
Space
EDF
3,
Corps of Engineers thing?
The chat can correct me, but I think that is a Dead Space 3 thing, which takes place in an ice planet.
Oh, this is a little too much like next-gen shooter. This is Crisis, Isaac. Alright. Off to medical.
Kryzik.
You're not gonna use your other power node? You're just gonna sit on that one?
Well, there's no bench.
Oh, you're right.
I don't have money to buy a power.
No. So Rob, here. Okay, this is funny. All right, so look to your right.
I got a dead vending machine.
Well, no. So you have a bench in that door. So behind that door,
in here
is a bench. Yeah. I've come back to this bench a number of times in the game.
Ah.
So I don't have a door. But I do have a bench. It's just outside of the tram. I've already spent all my nodes. So can you even get on? Is the tram here for you yet, or do you have to do something else?
Oh, I got to go through this underpassage. Because like.
Oh, are you just okay? So is the med? I have to get on the tram to go to the medical area, whereas for you, it's just connected to that spot. So I think that's.
Oh,
what I'm gonna
that's
have to
so
do here.
interesting. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna show you what's going on here. Because let's see, if I go to the tram. There is no tram.
Right.
And there's no way to summon it.
Well, because you have to get the tag, I think. You have to go to the medical bay to get the... Or I think they can send it to you, but you need to get the rig
Right.
or whatever.
Oh, that sounds cool. That sounds good down there. Do I have any more stasis modules? I do not.
That's just... This is how you get the kinesis module in this game? Is just a lady drops it on the ground and then ragdolls her body? What? So yeah, you could say they streamlined some things in this new one.
Oh wait, so you had a ragdoll fall off the ceiling or something?
Rob, I can already buy the flamethrower. That's the first schematic this game gives you. Like, I just got the flamethrower in the new one 4 hours into the game.
Yeah. That's really interesting. I kind of like that you could just buy whatever you want, though, in the first game. Like, it's a lot of choices leaving the player's hand, but it does kind of give you the sense of, like, you are speccing out. You know what I mean? Like, okay, what weapon do you really want to invest nodes in? And have be, like, your primary go-to?
You're not wrong, but I think that's also why the game ends up having players lean so heavily into the plasma cutter. Because you have a ton of ammo for it, it's your base level weapon, and it seems to dismantle most things pretty well as long as you're accurate. And so, by having it staged out in the game with ammo appropriate for encouraging use, like, I use the pulse rifle all the time in the new one. I am constantly switching between weapons in the new one in a way that I did not do in the original game.
I'm gonna let him out.
Gotta hold the line.
All right, Rob, that lady in my game gave me the kinesis module.
Well, mine gave me the pulse rifle.
Okay, so again, there you go. Like, it is...
Her death is our gain in both versions. Alright, now...
I'm gonna
thank
wait
you
for
your
you in
sacrifice, officer. But I have to make sure your rest is not interrupted.
Wow, this... Okay, you're gonna notice this when you get...
Oh,
did you just
what?
fuck her up? Rob, what'd you do to her?
I made sure that she would not rise as one of those monstrosities, and instead made sure that she enjoyed the peace of death.
The puzzle master always trying to solve the question of death and just making sure that everyone is at peace. That's very kind of you to be thinking of them in that way.
Nope. Okay, the body bags are built of some stern stuff.
Alright, I'm gonna chill and wait for you in the next area, because I think this is a really interesting comparison spot.
Alright, now I open the tram platform.
Every time you open a tram platform, it's sick. I love the way this looks. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Lifting station lockdown.
I also love how the tram kind of looks like a mini Ishimura. Like the whole like things are just built out of like assemblies of claws. Becomes like a recurring motif aboard the ship.
Uh-huh. It's really interesting because this game, like, to have the Callisto Protocol come out in December, this game come out in January, and then at the end of March, we're going to get Resident Evil 4. And all three of those games are doing some really interesting things, right? You have Callisto Protocol, which is some of the original developers doing a kind of a twist on the original Dead Space idea. You have Dead Space, a new team revisiting an old game and kind of balancing what you would do with that. And then Resident Evil 4, which by all accounts is going to be a pretty substantial reinterpretation, tonally at least, of, you know, one of the all-time classic survival horror games. You know, to the point where there was an open question on whether would they even keep what is called the island section of Resident Evil 4, and they have since said they are. And because they are, I cannot wait to see how they portray certain characters that are part of that section.
No, nothing. Medical's a slaughterhouse.
And yes, Hero 001, Resident Evil 4, the remake of the game that started all of this. Yes. There is no Dead Space without Resident Evil 4. There's no Callisto Protocol without Dead Space. They are all connected along a timeline, and so we are in an interesting part of history.
The one who attacked us.
Yes, the little Lord boy. The chat knows who I speak of.
I saw him die.
Rob, have you ever played Resident Evil 4?
No.
They barricaded the morgue.
Okay.
And I've heard, and I know that one is like was regarded for years as like the ultimate like classic.
Yeah, it's an all-timer. It's an all-timer. It's a tough game to go back to. I mean, it's still totally enjoyable. Like, I'm not arguing it's not playable in its current state, but the little Lord boy is specifically a character that I would want Rob to meet.
Okay. The little Lord boy, perfect. Did you get?
Yeah, if
do you have a lot of these little like?
No, so here, let me show you. This is what I wanted to. This was like one of the more like. Look, it's just nothing. It's just blood.
Oh
we,
wow.
We do have this. So I do have. Sorry, we are full.
Yes.
But that is the only indication, other than, you know, everything else that things have gone wrong. Whereas you have this, like, you know, just a ton more kind of, quote unquote environmental storytelling happening here. Yeah, Jojo CRM says, other than the little Lord boy, another way of describing this character, Rob, would be a miniature Napoleon. Would be another accurate way of describing. Now imagine a miniature Napoleon.
Kind of redundant, isn't it?
Get his ass, Rob. Sparks Me Patrick, what is the best version of playing RE4? PC version, Wii version, remote controls, VR version? The VR version is extremely good. That's an excellent way to play that game. I actually don't have a specific answer on what's the best way to play it now if you're not going to play that version of it. I mean, it's been re-released on so many different platforms. My guess is you're pretty safe, you know, on whatever the most recent re-release is.
I do feel like
Chad can speak to that.
I do feel like that's not the most effective way to get an evacuation going. Is like, I'm going to hang a sign. If you're here waiting medical care, it's time to leave.
The thing I didn't realize, Rob, is the... are you going in the image diagnostics wing?
Yeah, okay, imaging, yeah.
Oh, wait, look at the difference here with... Wow, Rob. diversity has come to Dead Space.
Yeah, and this one's got like more like cheery corporate art throughout the ship.
Yeah.
There's a lot more like big smiling faces. It's very good.
You know what? Someone alert Ben Shapiro. You know,
Dead Space has gone
left
woke.
the daily. Yes. Oh, I want to see. Okay. I'll show my version of this.
Yeah.
All right. So, you know, the game does do you can't have a content warning. This is a particularly brutal section. If you haven't, you know, if you want to look away for a couple of minutes, I won't blame you. So, all right. Kato, you want to bring mine in big?
Big in. Kato.
Is Kato sitting down? Did Kato leave?
Kato. Oh, Kato, 31 minutes ago, stepping away for a second.
31 minutes ago?
No, hang on. No, sorry. The one from 31 minutes ago is Lamau. But 5 minutes ago, Kato said they're stepping away.
All right, that's all right. Okay, I'll just do mine. It's fine. All right, gotta admit the ragdoll kind of undercut what they were.
Okay, so
it was very effective in 2008.
I don't think we could do the audio switch, but so here you just hear the banging first. It just sounds like random ship banging, and then as you turn the corner.
Oh, Kato's back.
We see the shadow before we really see the guy.
Yeah, I think it's stuff like that where they're putting a real light touch on updating an already effective. I'm glad we both did the same thing.
Oh, and then this. So, the upgrade and how this sequence is lit. This giant, like their version of like a CT scanner, is just wild. It looks so good. It's pretty dramatic in the original, though, too.
I also feel like you get power nodes at a faster rate in the new game. Like there were times where I was coming up to a bench and I had like 5 nodes to.
No, Patrick, I don't think you do get power nodes at a faster rate in the new game. But I do think the power nodes maybe go further. You know, like you don't have to fill in blank squares in this game. Oh, right, okay. Hey, baby. Oh, terrific. And now with the little corpse in there, we really get a good look at the fucked up stuff they were imaging here.
Rob, I think Mike Pence is in my game. Look at this little guy. Hey, buddy. How's
Oh,
it
wow.
feel? You're gonna be 5th place in Iowa, right next to Mike Pompeo. Get fucked.
You don't have a dying guy here?
I do.
Oh, man.
Mine doesn't turn. Oh, mine finally turned.
Wait, the dude?
Yeah, it
or
doesn't
Mike
happen
Pompeo?
immediately in mine. My Pompeo or my my Mike Pence. He doesn't turn immediately. He
so
just kind
wait,
of
this dude
vomits on the
turns?
ground for a while. Oh, maybe it doesn't. Oh no, it came through the It came through the. You're right. I thought it was the guy, but it's not. I am incorrect. So
This
do
is
they
a
have
very
alternate
funny.
firing?
Wait. Oh, damn, I was thinking he was turning. Well, let me just make sure he doesn't turn. I do enjoy the "it's okay to be fucked up" sign on the part of the ship where they're doing, like, therapy and shit.
Oh, give that to me. Give me my fan. Oh yeah,
Shit,
let's walk around with this.
What's that say?
Okay, Rob, this is an interesting mechanical difference. Small bit change. So in the new one, so you'll see I'm holding up this fan. I love to walk around with a sharp fan in Dead Space.
Yeah.
In the new one, you can go up to an elevator while holding an object, and you can interact with the lift, right? So I could be holding this and go up. In this one, I can't. I have to set it down, I have to interact with the lift, and then pick it up again. In the new one, I could have just seamlessly done all that.
Interesting.
It's tiny, but it's like, if you played these games a bunch, you did that a million times, and it seemed like sort of a silly thing to have to do all the time. And I like the fact that the game acknowledges, like, hey, we can just fix that for you.
Oh, I hate that.
Also, the fans are not nearly as effective. Rob, can I show... So, okay. In the new one, so they tweak the alternate firing modes. Every weapon has a different thing that it can do. I'll wait till you've got a... After you take out this dude.
Yeah?
Alright, so Rob, in my game, so you got the normal shot with the pulse rifle.
Yeah.
And then this is the alternate firing mode. It's terrible. Functionally useless. Not helpful whatsoever. In the new game, the pulse rifle...
It shoots in 3 directions. That's its alternate fire.
That's its alternate fire. And in the new one, you sacrifice 25 ammo, and you get to shoot a proximity mine, basically. And if it doesn't go off, you can pick it up again. So I've used it. I've like thrown it down. It didn't go off, and you can pick it up again, get that ammo back. Yeah, because that is a completely pointless. Like, I am never going to use that again. And also, Koji wrote, well, see, it's a tool for engineering, so it makes sense that it would do that. I mean, the pulse rifle is one of those weapons that Isaac gets a hold of that is not an engineering tool, strictly speaking. Xenomilf. I think it's implied to be for breaking up riots. Okay, I can see that.
But you'd be in a line with other, you'd be positioned with other cops. Like, it just doesn't...
Okay, well... Sure, yeah, okay.
Everyone
I guess
duck.
if you want to make sense.
Yeah.
Everyone duck.
To me, it feels like the most Space Hulk-ass weapon, where, like, the conception is, well, it's going to be a spaceship, and so there's going to be a lot of, like, T intersections. And so imagine you shoot down all 3 branches at once.
Oh, man. All right, Rob, I'm going to wait. I want you to get to this. Zero gravity section. Or not zero gravity, but you know, where you,
Zero G therapy?
Yeah. Yeah, just because the way it looks.
Alright, we get at the save station. Okay.
Alright, ready?
You want me to watch
and
you?
Open. Nah, we'll just go. Oh, you're not there yet.
I didn't hear.
I'm already in the spot. I think you have one more door to go. I'll wait. Alright, there it is.
Oh, wow.
Entering zero gravity.
Yeah, the effects that they are doing here in this one are so cool.
In the new one or the old one?
In the new one, like just looking at the difference between how they are like lit and the extra debris,
yeah,
and things like that, it looks absolutely incredible in the new one. Look at my bro. Come here, man. What's up? Bye.
Exiting vacuum.
I mean, wow. Wow, the difference in lighting here is amazing.
Wait, what's your little... You have a little interface thing there. Like a, switch. What's it do?
Ah! What, Isaac, what do you... Wait, is that how this works in this one? You don't float to things? You just hurl yourself at it?
I was wondering... I remember the zero-G sections being a nightmare in the first game, but I couldn't remember why.
Are you fine? Rob, this is... I hate this.
Is this really? That's incredible. Yeah, I just floated through there.
Exiting zero gravity.
How do I... Like... Alright, I'm gonna throw up.
What?
I'm gonna throw up. Like, what is the? How do you get to the right?
I remember just being wildly disoriented in every one of these fucking sequences.
How? Okay, so I see this. You have this power. I need to put it where? No. How do I get over there?
You know what? Do I need to?
There must be a third wall that I have to jump to. Ah, I see. All right, back on solid footing. Okay. Oh, Rob. Oh, Rob, this is terrible. Oh boy. I mean, it's fine, but vast improvement.
Exiting zero gravity.
Yeah, we sure are. Exiting zero gravity.
I do like as well. So they use this place as like a sensory deprivation tank, because the crew is like so troubled with nightmares and like
with the thermite at the barricade to destroy it.
Nightmare shit.
Shit, I can hear more coming. Moving.
And then it looks like just a bunch of them died here.
Safe, Isaac.
What the hell? It shut the whole ship. I'll check it out.
Entering vacuum.
Bartman, oh wait, I've been loving the lighting in the remake. I've been seeing lighting this important and good since Doom 3. The Doom 3 is an interesting
It occurred to me as well, though.
Comparison point. I'm a big Doom 3 defender. Really liked Doom 3 when it came out. Still think that's a great game. And that was one of the first times in my life playing a video game that I really understood like what lighting could do to create an established mood.
Yeah, it's some of those sequences on the Mars base, like, were so... You'd see a shift in lighting and the way the shadows would retrace themselves. It's really cool. And yeah, there's moments in this game that it does feel like some of that is being carried over.
Well, it's using a lot of suffocating darkness. Like, that is, you know... I'm sure if I was to revisit Doom, there'd be a bit of... you know, what my memories are remembering versus what it actually is. But at the time, when I was, you know, in high school or college when I played that, I just remember the darkness feeling suffocating in a way that I had not. And I played a decent number of horror games. I was a big Silent Hill, Resident Evil person, but there was just something about the way that game used lighting that just got me.
One step out of the captain's nest and Chen, that thing, he almost got me.
You okay?
I trapped him in a damaged escape pod. He's snarling like, this is fucked up. Hurry, Isaac.
Oh, wow. Okay, Rob, look at this. So, I just used it. But so this little area over here that's clearly got goodies in it, that is, do you want to sacrifice a power node for it?
Yeah.
I distinctly remember when I played this game, oh man, they like put audio logs back here and everything too. I distinctly remember I would find a save point, go look and see what was inside, and if it wasn't worth it, then I would just go and reload.
We must embrace this. We are the first witnesses. Matthias isn't letting anyone down in the colony. It's under quarantine until we learn more. To hell with Matthias.
Pipes that sound like people screaming.
This is greater
Classic.
or the operation, or even the company. This is our deliverance. Keep your damn voice down. People are dying down there. Only the worthless and the
Whoa, shit.
But I believe. Do you believe, Terrence? Do you?
That didn't go terribly, all things considered.
It's interesting.
No, Mina. Here, let me show you the way. I was a dog that was named for her facility with mazes. How is she this bad at this? Come here. Yeah, like that.
Rob, in the section that I just got through to get back to like the hub area of the morgue, I've already encountered the little critters, like the tiny little
the little flamethrower dudes.
Yeah, but like, so I can buy the flamethrower in the shop right now, but the way it plays out,
the new game doesn't introduce those until it hands you the flamethrower.
It gives you the flamethrower, and it's like, hey, this is what you're going to do when you have, you know, lots of small creatures, and so you don't want to use up all your ammunition. I just dumped, like, 40 rounds of pulse rifle ammo trying to get rid of them.
Yeah, you back? You back? You gonna get stuck here again? Yeah. Here, what's down this hallway?
I remember using a lot of the line gun.
Oh, this is where. Yeah, this is where my friend with the headache had his little issues. Oh, that reminds me though. There was another place I could have sent power. Ooh.
God, do you want to switch our feeds? I'm kind of waiting for Rob to catch up to the spot I'm at.
Patient log retrieved.
I hear the tests on patient Harris were inconclusive. Given the reports from the colony, he's lucky to have his faculties at all.
Well, a divine experience would leave an impression on anyone's mind.
Perhaps. But I saw nothing divine in all that blood. The suicide.
This is a revelation, Terrence. We just need more insight to
Oh my God.
translate it.
There's a clip, Rob,
Can be found
of...
in Mr. Harris's psyche.
I'm just going to read this tweet. Tucker Carlson saying reset era has broken me. Oh my God.
Maybe our best chance. Harris is Dr. Brennan's patient.
I've barely followed this limited run games thing. Did you see any of this?
Look, Mercer, things are complicated.
The people who do, like, physical reissues?
Yes, I believe I'm getting this right, chat. You can correct me on the nuance, but basically, the community, now former community manager over there, said they were looking forward to, you know, the Harry Potter game, and then people went through who they were following, and and this is like, there's conservative leaning, and then there is following libs of TikTok, and that is a different level of that is an escalation of rhetoric, and Limited Run fired them, and this has gone, you know, and Limited Run put out the pretty standard like inclusivity, yada yada. You know, they didn't say too much about the individual, but this person has now gone on the conservative circuit. They are just doing interviews with everybody, and now it is escalated to Tucker, I think specifically because Reset Era, you know, as a lot of places are trying to figure out, this is one of the bigger games of the year. Is there an ethical way to cover it and also call out the bigotry? Places are coming down in different ways of that. My guess is Waypoint will just not. We'll just move on from that game. That game just won't exist to us.
We haven't discussed it today. I don't think we're burning to it.
And that's easy for us to do, right? It's more complicated depending on your business model. We're very lucky that the people at Waypoint, supporting Waypoint, subscribing to Waypoint Plus, allow us to just say, hey, upper management advice.
We skip games sometimes without a moral stake in it.
Yeah, right. So I think Reset Era, they went from not having even, like, they're just not allowing topics on the game, period. Right? Just outright banned any conversation about it. And so somehow that has... Reset Era is an important part of video game online discourse. It is an element of it. The fact that it is now on Tucker Carlson is... Given where I came from in games, Rob, like, I have... My origin story is tied up in the origins of Reset Era and why that website exists. It is just... It is too much. It is too much for me.
All right, you wanted me to hold up before I went into research wing?
No, I was waiting for you to get there.
All right.
And then let's do this for a little bit. Maybe we can blow open that hole, and then I have to go be a parent. This game, Rob, this game just introduced, hey, by the way, your weapons have alternate firing modes. You can use them, but it's the first time the game has said, hey, if you might want to check your other weapons.
I missed the fucking door with my stasis blast. I just missed the fucking door.
Well, Rob, that's why they put the little recharge station right next to it.
I better make sure you don't get back up. This is actually, you know what? This is another way. This is sort of like Doom 3. Because remember how Doom 3 taught you once that sometimes dead bodies would, like, rear up and become a live enemy? And then the rest of the game, you're, like, shooting people's heads off right and left.
Yep.
This game's got me stomping on corpses because, like, at a scripted point, a couple corpses came to life.
Okay, the sequence that we're about to get into is where I discovered the AI director. So Rob is about to go on a probably the hardest combat sequence the game throws at you yet. And so, Rob, we're rooting for you. I'm excited for you. Get at it.
I forget, when you just pop a health pack, does it like waste? Does it like do biggest health pack and then work its way down?
Know.
Does it waste health?
Rob, I've wasted so many by hitting circle that I could not tell you.
Hazardous anomaly detected. Quarantine activated.
Rob, that top sequence is already over for me.
go. No.
Are we headed downstairs?
Yep. Gotta be more ammo around here. Jesus Christ.
This is the first sequence of the game that really tests your ammo management. Oh, this poor guy.
Okay, admittedly, I cheesed the shit out of that.
Hey, you gotta do what you gotta do for the stream, buddy. Rob, the whole concept of side quests is new to the remake. So I want to see. Go to that room. Stay down here. That room that's directly in front of you. If you kind of go over to the left.
Yeah.
You see.
The Kynes lab.
We can do that one. Yeah, but I think
but that's not what you meant.
No, that's all right. But we can go on that one. We'll see what I want to see what pops for yours in there. Oh, am I being attacked? I am being attacked. Oh wow, I'm being attacked by a lot of people.
Gotta bring Patrick up. He's about to die.
I almost. Hold on, let me use my special attack.
Oh God, no!
They used up so much ammo.
Man, people being like, your Christmas tree is still up. Yeah, it's not 12th night, is it?
Is this the room
we
you're in?
celebrate
Are you
the
in,
Renaissance holidays here.
Wait, which room are you in?
I'm in Kynes' lab.
Oh, okay. Mine aren't labeled. But I think it's this one. Yeah. Oh, wait, no, it's over here. Sorry.
No.
Yeah, it's this one. Yeah, they join us in paradise.
What in God's name is going on?
Okay, so I get a different version of this video log. You have to activate the computer.
I get the holo.
God's work. I'm not so sure of that. We have to assume that the colony's problems are somehow connected to the marker.
You can assume all you want to. I do not. The marker is glorious and divine. You know that.
God moves in mysterious ways.
Anyway, we'll have it on board tomorrow. You can analyze it all you want to. What are you so worried about?
Worried? Captain, people are dying down there, killing each other. Is this madness, the transformation unitology teaches us?
Doctor. Terrence. There will always be risk when the stakes are high. And here, they're enormous. It could change everything.
And that's what worries me.
Transformation, the teachings promise. We're witnessing a new beginning. Terrans, for unitology, for humanity. Of course, our faith is being tested. Everything is about to change. That's what seal entry.
I don't know if it was very sealed. I just walked up to your desk and hit play.
Yeah.
But it's the effort that counts. All right, so go in that room in front of you.
You mean Nicole's room?
So I think that's an important room to you, but there's nothing in here for me.
Oh yeah,
it's
no,
just
this is where like your girlfriend left her therapy notes.
Mm-hmm.
It's me.
Personal log, Dr. Nicole Brennan.
Yeah, the update has a whole side quest that you go on that is always never far off the beaten path. There's a whole side quest tab in the game. 4 hours in, I've had nothing other than this as the side quest. I'm hoping there'll be, a couple others, that kind of stack over time.
My patient over unitology bullshit. Not again.
Tracking rig signal. Dr. Nicole Brennan. Rig location.
Dr. Nicole.
Manual rig tracking is available.
People are informing me the 12th night was like weeks ago. I was misinformed. I thought there was some sort of like end of the festive season thing that was like February 2nd or 3rd. That isn't Groundhog Day, but like some sort of old-timey one.
Yeah, it's called February 7th, my birthday. Rob, don't take your Christmas tree down until Patrick's birthday.
The real nativity. You were saying I'm thinking of Candlemas or Candlemas. Okay, by the way, I feel like when your therapist starts talking like this, maybe therapy is not going well. Like,
I read this exchange.
Due respect to Nicole, but unitology is big enough to take care of itself. This is about what's right for you. Just be careful. The church pulls out these tricks when they feel threatened. They have neuropsychiatrists too. Even if you get out, they'll try to. Dr. Brennan. Sorry, did something happen? Just, your therapist sending vivid flashbacks during your session. Also, why did Nicole have a fog machine in her office? Also, there's two other things about the Christmas tree. One, I don't have a place to put it. We bought a Christmas tree, and now we don't know where to put it when we take it down. I think that problem will be solved once the new office is built, but I'm not going to swear to it. And two,
I was gonna say, Rob, are you saying you think it's going to be solved, or it's something you can think about weeks later, and that gives you a convenient excuse to worry about it in a couple of weeks?
Yeah, I can tell you right now, I can promise you, there is nowhere I can put that tree. Nowhere. My entire downstairs is just full of shit that used to be upstairs. Two, man, winter's dark. Winter can be depressing. You know what that fucker is? Cheerful. It's like, ooh, I love the white fairy lights. They're fun. Keep them going. That shit's gonna be up till the time change. Patrick, you say you got a bounce?
Yeah, I think we can get. I think we don't have much further to get the shock pad or whatever it is. I forget exactly how much more there is to go. Oh, we're close. We're about to get to a boss fight, the one we were describing. So let me know when you get to the introduction of the triple tentacled fuckers. That is close for you.
Yeah.
Because right around the corner from this is like a first kind of, well, I guess it's not really a boss fight, but it's like a, you know, you're introduced to like the winged creature that.
Yep.
And maybe that's a, I think then you get the shock thing, and then we can blow up that thing to the morgue and call it a day.
Isaac in the middle of this crisis going up to Hammond being like, sorry man, that's my 8. I'm clocking out. You want me to recover the captain? That's time and a half.
This is a union gig. Thank you very much.
And then I have a very important question about these creatures we're about to meet. Okay, so biological prosthetics. Just bear that in mind.
Well, let me go see what mine is. Hold on. Oh shit, more diversity. God, get Tucker Carlson on the case!
Be so angry. Oh. This guy survived for weeks, only to get got this way as Isaac comes into the room.
I know! I mean, it's a good bit, but... Yeah, you think he'd be just, like, hiding in a closet or something. I get some food in there, wait it out. Alright, here, we'll go into this, this room together. Ready? And let's go. Oh, shit! Rob!
Tie, baby.
My version of it is so much better! What? Oh, that's so good! I just fucking punted that thing. Bop! Bop! Get out of here! Kicked it like a football. That was great. Did it teach you how to fight that thing? No! Which is why they probably changed it.
So, like, this is my question. Are they growing these babies for, like, organ and limb harvesting?
It's a good question. I don't know. I also don't know. They don't explain the alternate firing methods in this game. You sort of just need to do them. Have you tried the alternate firing method for the flamethrower in the new one, Rob?
Yes, I have.
It's so cool. It makes a flame. It makes a flame wall.
Yes.
So if you got like an enemy coming at you, you can just like.
Between that and the plasma rifles, like mine, there's a lot of good like area control, crowd control stuff that you can get going in this game. Can I get that text log from up here? Does my kinesis let me harvest narrative material? It does. Oh, this is fun too. The fact that getting preferential treatment in the company medical plan is if you bought your stock options.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Just remember the wise words of Hippocrates. Shit rolls downhill. I love the writing in this game, man. Oh, I feel like I'm gonna hit that switch and fucked up shit's gonna happen again.
Yeah, that's true. They do have more of those switches in the.
What's your status?
I found a shock pad I can use on the barricade. I'm heading back there now.
Watch the voltage on that pad. I'm not losing anyone else.
Oh, now I just walk right out. Oh shit, fuck you. God damn it. I thought I heard it behind me, and then I didn't hear it, and then I was like, I'm probably fine. Probably fine. Alright, gonna blow this morgue wide open.
All right, yeah, this will bring our. We'll do this, and then we'll bring the stream to a close. Rob, I just. Did you see mine?
Yours is done?
It just
I have
blew
to do,
up
like,
in front of me.
I have to use the pads to trigger the. And there's a countdown.
Yeah, no. My Isaac is just like, nah, it's all right.
Wow. Oh, man. Did a dude come right through the door?
No, there's a door I have to open in mine. This is a good remake, man. Like, this original game is still good, but this is a smart, well-made update. These are both still games worthy of playing, and this is a delight. Rob, we might have to do this again.
Yeah, we might.
It's like this real time playing through Dead Space on both. I'm still gonna keep playing privately, so I could just experience it on its own. But this dual playthrough might have to. This might not just be a bit for release. We might have to just.
There's some great sequences coming up that are good for this concept. But yeah, that was a lot of blast. A lot of blast. That was a blast. Also known as a lot of fun. But I guess we did just have a lot of blast.
You got a lot of blast. I got a little bit of blast, and just decided to take it right in the face. That is going to do it for this stream. You have a new episode of Waypoint Radio on your feed now. It's ad-free if you are a Waypoint Plus subscriber. Next week, we're going to be watching The Green Knight for the next episode of My Turn. What else we got going on? We'll probably bring this back. The Dirty Boys will return. But we were
feel
just
like
so,
this kind of is a Dirty Boy stream.
It kind of is. But Rob and I were so taken by the new Dead Space that I was like, can we find something to do that isn't just go and play the game? And I think we landed on something.
I love that we had the same idea last night.
We did.
Talked about it this morning. Yeah.
Yes. I thought about it as I was going to sleep, and I was like, well, we'll see what happens in the morning. And then Rob just immediately said, but what if we played both of them? I was like, yes, see? This is why we get along, and we've made it this far. So you can find more of what we do at waypoint.vice.com. You can subscribe and support us and allow us to ignore the Hogwarts game by going to waypointplus.com, subscribing monthly or yearly. The next stream will probably be... I don't know. I don't know what the next stream will be. We might flip things around. Maybe we'll get Kato and Ren to... rhetorically fight each other to the death, building a droid. Yeah. Look, some people have just different opinions on how stairs are built. I happen to side with Kato's vibes-based, however the stairs feel to you.
I'm of two minds. I liked Kato's justification, where it's like, well, it's a good principle of fortification that there's no one central avenue that gives an enemy access to your full base. Like a big central staircase is dangerous.
Thank you, Rob.
Yes, but also...
But...
it does have to be like an economic center where people need to get from like homes to work sites to like resource harvesting sites, and like having to navigate a maze each time you do that is inefficient. So who's to say if it's good or not?
I agree. Well, we'll find out when Ren and Kato return to that next week. So my guess is our streams next week will probably be a part 2 of this and another installment in Dwarf Fortress. So look forward to that, and we'll be back real soon. Everyone have a good weekend, and thanks to Kato for putting together this great layout and running production on this. This would not be something Rob and I could do from our individual computers, and so shout outs to Kato for putting all that together and making it run smooth. The transitions especially delightful, Kato. Actually, Kato, before you take us out, can you take us out on an image that I don't think Rob has seen? This will give Rob a chance to see it, and also for the audience to just have a moment before we cut away. So thanks everyone for watching. We'll see you soon.